Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ocarina of Time. We are standing in front of, I do not know what that is. I don't want to try to take a guess what that is, but who cares. So this is probably, maybe not really, most likely going to be the last episode. Go in the door. I almost got burned alive. Now this is oh, I don't have I was trying to use my shield, but unfortunately I have this thing, and apparently I think I'm pro. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should be using the shield, the sword that lets me use the shield. But this strategy seems to be working, so it seems like if I just keep mashing the B button, I will have luck and I can succeed like that. So as I was saying, this may or may not be the last episode. I don't know. I do plan on completing the game in this episode, but I don't know if I'm even going to get the heart pieces. I mean, I'm so close. Like, look how close I am actually at for getting the heart pieces. So, there's no point, why I shouldn't. And especially if this double life, like, I can pretty much tank everything. And if all else fails, I have a fairy in a bottle, not in the bottle. Well, I guess in the bottle, but this seems, I was going to say, this seems like another case where you actually have to hurry, like, and kill them. Now, that will actually happen later. As you can see, there's, the doors, like those doors on the side, yeah, those actually do play a role, I should say, but not right now. And you're wrecked. So yeah, this is kind of like oh, wrong side. No, wait, no, there's a lock right there, dummy. So yeah, this kind of is like a gauntlet type thing. You just keep on going up and just defeating enemies. I think there's one more. No, I think there is actually, because I think we gotta fight the Iron Knuckles or whatever they're called. I really am not familiar with Zelda characters, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So let's see what this is. Ooh, two of them. This might be the last floor. So usually what I do, just only get one of them. I almost accidentally got both of them there. Now, I don't think these guys are stronger. They might be. Oh, I accidentally hit him right there. So there we go. Now, when I was fighting these things back in the temple, I don't know why I didn't do this like this. And then, oh, wrong timing. Like, and then, just go to the side. Like, that would have saved a little more time, but not that much, I guess. And as you can see, he barely did any damage to me. I think normally he would have done 6 hearts of damage, but he only did 3 because, double defense. Which is kind of why, it's cheap. Now, do I actually have yeah, I do have an empty bottle, because what you need, well, you don't need it, but it's actually a cheap strategy that you can use, which is an empty bottle. I don't know if it was patched in like other versions. This is the virtual console, so I don't know if they patched it or anything. I don't know if it's even wrong thing. I don't know if it's even a bug to begin with, to be honest. But anyway, is this the door that I came out of? No, it's not. Okay. So now we just gotta climb up the evil red stairs of doom with the stained glass over here, and I like how you can just totally tell that things are textures. Like, look at that. Them N64 graphics, man. Top-notch graphics, I gotta say. So this is almost the second to last final showdown. Let's see what happens. The Mighty Lonk stares. The Mighty Lonk is shocked. I was gonna say surprised, but oh well. So we got Zelda in the crystal. We got Ganon at a giant organ or piano. Organ, piano, they're both the same thing, not really. I don't know my instruments. Ooh, the bottom right Triforce triangle. And as you can see, everyone has Triforce pieces because they're magical. And we're getting our health refilled, which for the longest time, I had no idea what that was. Like, I don't know why Link just suddenly did that. But now as you just keep on playing it, he doesn't realize that, oh, it's, getting my health refilled. I like how Zelda is kind of clipping out of that crystal. I don't know if you can see it, but she's just clipping. And I like how Ganon had, like, no head model there. Like, you could just see through his head. At least I think you could. I don't know. These toys are too much for you. That's how it should, like, talk for Ganon. Like, every time he talks, it sounds like an old man. Although, I don't know what kind of old man that was. Jub Jub, I can't help you because of waves of darkness. I can't get close. Well, I mean, you're kind of getting close when you were floating away from me, so, liar. Okay, so, I don't know if I've even done it like this. Usually what I do is I stand in the corner like any sane person would do, not really. Probably stand here. And you can do that. And, oh, my reaction time. I was looking to see if I had my arrows equipped. It kind of confused me. Okay, let's try this again. Nope. Oh, I thought he was going to pound the ground for some reason. Now, the interesting thing about this is the longer that you ping pong this, the more hits you'll get in on him. So, we actually got him for a long time, so that means he'll be stunned, you know, for a lot longer. So let's see. Well, actually, yeah, that was a lot of hits. I probably could have gotten one more hit, but you know, it's the bigger sword. Oop, bigger sword. So, you know, your aim kind of gets messed up, I guess. Now, sometimes you'll get really lucky and he'll just, like, miss the... Well, he won't miss. He just won't do anything the first time. And, you know, you'll be able to get him. Okay, let's try. Now, the cool thing that I like about this, the attention to detail that they actually have. I said that weird, but the cool thing that they have, if you look at his cape, you can see that, like, it has holes in it and stuff. And we do that. I never knew what I was supposed to do for that. For the longest time, when I was a little kid, like probably like 10 playing this, I had no idea how I was supposed to like combat that. And you're supposed to spin, just simple spinning. And the first phase of the evil king Ganondorf is defeated by the mighty Lonk. Ooh, red blood. As you can see just by that image, this is the version of the virtual... It's the version that has red blood. Let's just say that. Everything is crumbling to dust. I wonder what we will have to do. Remember those things, like the doors that I said that were locked? That I said that were gonna come in play? Well, that's coming up really soon. I always thought it was funny how just sudden, just Ganon just falls down. I don't know. Something about like the N64 textures and Ganon just plopping down. Is something about that. It's so hilarious. Ooh, the crystal. So, Zelda kind of has like this magic stuff. And I really don't understand why she can't just, you know, teleport us out or anything like that. But... like, she has the ability to open locked doors, but apparently she can't just, like, you know, teleport us out of here or something like that. Jub Jub, listen to me. I should have picked a better name. Like, now that I think about it, I have tons of names that would have been funnier to actually use for this. Please follow me. And then she's like, oh, okay, let me just walk over here. So we got 3 minutes and a frame rate dip, which is kind of weird, but, you know, whatever. So, I don't think it matters, like, how far ahead you get. I think you just need to get from point A to point B. So what happens is you'll come up to these doors, and you just have to wait for her to open it. And this is what I mean, like, she has all this power. But it's like, oh, I'm just only going to open the door. I'm not going to teleport you out or anything. This segment is weird, like, I really don't... yeah, it's weird. And the other thing I don't understand, if you, let me see, if you look over there, that door is also locked. I don't know why she can't open that and, you know, we just go down this thing normally like a sane person, you know, instead of, you know, just going on the sides and doing that. And I like how Zelda just, you know, she floats over it. I know, I say you know all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing. You know, you know. Okay, I think it's after this room where she gets, like, she gets surrounded by a flame circle, and she's like, Link, help me! I don't know what that was supposed to be. My Zelda impression? I know that was so cringeworthy. remind me to never do that again. I'm so sorry. Anyway. So there is the kind of mini boss battle. It's pretty much the exact same battle that was before here, like in this room, but the only difference, the more challenging thing is, I'm pretty sure you have to kill these guys within a certain, well, not like, you know, within a certain time limit, obviously, because there's 2 minutes, but if you don't kill one of these, like if you don't kill them fast enough, they come back to life. Yeah, as you can see, like, see, he's on the floor, so we actually have to kill him. Jump at me! Jump at me! Dude, seriously? Okay. I wanted him to jump at me. Like, I was so nervous that the other one was gonna come back to life. But I don't think it actually jumping. Where did I get that from? I don't think it actually comes back to life until, like, you know, like a minute, not a minute, probably like 30 seconds, I don't know. It's Nintendo. They don't make games that hard, now do they? I mean, like, Master Quest isn't even that hard. Look, Zelda, look, we can just go through the Zelda! Zelda! Okay. I don't know what that was, but anyway. That probably peaked the mic so bad, and I'm sorry if it did. So we should be almost at the end of this. When you get to this part with the stairs, like when it's not a loading screen, that's when you know that you're coming close to the end. The thing that's a pain is every time you get hit by those like the rock things, whatever, Zelda like stops, and she's like, "Oh no, Link, don't get hurt." Oh wow, really? I forgot that Redad was there. So I don't know if they intended you to like kill the Redad or what, like you just go like run past the Redad. Like it shocks you for a second, I guess, but then you just keep on running. So I guess they wanted you to kill it, but oh well. When did Ganon find the time to install these doors? Like, it's like he knew or something. And apparently Navi wants to die. I never really understood why Navi just continues to float like in the doorway. You know, when the castle is crumbling down every which way. But lose. Oh, my voice. That's what happens when I need to cough. Hey, look, the building just coughed. Did you see that? That's how a building coughs, guys. Oh, what is this? Did you see that? Like, the ground texture was moving there. That's weird. So, the boss fight that is coming up, I'm trying to think what the best things you need are. I don't think you need bombs. I can't remember. You need light arrows, that's for sure. Actually, no, you don't need... Wait, do you need light arrows? I can't remember if you need light ones or normal ones, because you can actually use light arrows to, like, stun him, and that's what you're supposed to do, but if you're a speedrunner, not like me, then you can hit him with a normal arrow, and he will get stunned for, like, a second, and you can roll under his feet and then hit his tail. I'm pretty sure you can do that. And I don't know if this is going to do anything because I don't have the Master Sword. I don't know. Because I remember doing this in the cutscene when it, like the game wouldn't progress because I didn't have the Master Sword on. I don't know. That may be a bug, and I kind of want to put it on, but at the same time I don't. Because this is an earlier version of the game, you know, noticeable by the blood and all that. So I don't know if that's, you know, going to be a thing. Okay, so the only thing we... Okay, yes, sorry I had to cut. I don't know why the capture card keeps doing that. Like, it'll just stop recording and then start, so... Yeah, this is probably going to be an interesting video to actually cut. Like, the capture card actually stopped recording. I wonder if it does that because it reaches 4 gigabytes and then it stops. And that's, you know, the capture card's way of doing that. I really don't know. But, yeah. You didn't really miss anything much. You just, you know, Ganon pretty much transformed, and that's pretty much that. So this guy does hellacious damage if you actually let him hit you. So what you do here, you roll under his feet and hit his tail. Oh, that's the thing. Okay, we gotta equip the... So what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to use the hammer, the Megaton hammer, but since we have the bigger end sword, we can actually use that, and this is what I prefer to use, so I'm just gonna do that. Roll under him, and then, you know, just hit his tail. And you pretty much rinse and repeat this process, you know, until he's dead. Now, what they want you to do is they want you to do this. I will explain, like, I will demonstrate this once, but yeah, I'm gonna do it my way, because this is pretty much how everyone I've seen the game play, like, this is pretty much how I've seen everyone play the game. You're supposed to do that, and it stuns Ganon, and then you go back, and then, yeah, you hit him. But you can just easily roll under him, and then, you know, just hit his tail. You know, like that. Not like how I was doing a second ago. But when you do this, the Ganon kind of, you know, like, he gets confused, I guess. I wonder if this is a way, and I just don't know. Because this, you know, this is too obvious of a thing for the devs, you know, not to know, I guess. Okay, so I don't know how many times this takes. Like I said, this could take, like, you know, anywhere from like 10 to 15. Pretty much, like I said, this is way easier than the first phase, which I find really odd. I feel as though it's supposed to, like, it was meant to be way harder than it actually is. Like that. This isn't the end though. Like, rest assured, this isn't actually. Wait, is it the end? Jub Jub, the Master Sword is here. Okay, now just to be safe, I'm going to equip the Master Sword at this point, because I think because at the very end, Link stabs in the Master Sword. Now, I don't want to mess that up, you know, by not holding, oh, I almost jumped off, by not holding the Master Sword. So we get a free hit. I said we get a free hit. Jeez. Now, like, you will have a difficult time dying to this guy. I've only ever died to him once, and that was the first time I played this game because I'm an idiot and I didn't know how to play. Like, but yeah, I mean, you have double defense, you have this strategy, like, you can't lose. If you know this strategy, you just can't lose. It's that simple. Oh, and I actually missed him. See, like, even there, he missed me. Like, that was, like, point blank, and he still missed me. So yeah, I know this is bland and boring, but this is pretty much how I've always done it, and this is pretty much how everyone has done it that I've watched. I've never been able to hit his tail twice in a row. I don't know if that's actually possible, to be honest. It might be. Oh, I've never actually done that to him before. That was actually cool. And there we go. This should be the last hit. Like, this should be it. I like his little nose twitches. I don't know why she didn't do that from the beginning, you know, to be honest. You know, that would have been helpful a couple seconds ago. I know there was a giant ring of fire and all that, but I mean, she could have done it through the fire. I mean, the fire is not like a physical, you know, like, it doesn't stop magic. Unless it's magical fire. Now watch this. Blech. Now look at the blood. Ooh. I think that's only like the second time that I've actually seen this cutscene with the blood, because you don't usually see that cutscene with the blood in it, which is why it's so weird. 6 ages now! I like how Zelda is apparently extremely tired from this. I don't know why. I mean, all she did was hold out her hands and use magic, because that's all this game is, and that's all it ever will be. Ancient creators of Hyrule. So this is pretty much the end of the game. Like, there's no more gameplay. It's pretty much 5 to 10 minutes of, you know, outro stuff. Which, you know, how am I even going to commentate this? This is always the hardest part of every single game. If you've asked Let's Players, this is, without a doubt, I'm not saying it's the absolute hardest, but it's one of the hardest things to commentate over. Like, just the ending credits. Which I guess this isn't exactly the ending credits, but it pretty much is. I don't think, from what I know, there's gameplay. Which I don't even know if that sentence made sense, to be honest, but anyway. Curse you, Zelda. I think he already said, wait, did he? Oh, curse you, wait, did he? Did he already say my name and I missed it? Did I miss it? Curse you, Jub Jub. I like how it's not caps or anything. It's just, you know, lowercase Jub Jub. Someday when the seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. Oh, will you now? I'm kind of like nervous now because of my capture card stopping. I do think that's because of Windows 7. Which, to be honest, if that's a thing, like I'm not even kidding. I might actually go back to Windows 10 because I did have Windows 10, but it seemed like it was causing a lot of bugs. I don't know if that was my computer. Like, some of the games that I played, like, there were specific things that would cause the game to crash. And I looked it up, and everyone, well, not everyone, but most people who had the issue, they specifically mentioned that it was Windows 10. So I, quote unquote, downgraded back to Windows 7. And I haven't had any problems, but the only thing that I'm having a problem with now is the fact that you can only record 4 gigabytes per file, and then it just splits the file. Now, things like Shadow Play, that's not a problem because it still continues recording, it just separates the file. But for not Shadow Play, but for my capture card, it kind of, I think that's what it was anyway. It just stops recording and then, like, it takes like 5 seconds and then it'll start recording again, which I guess would be fine. But if I'm in the middle of a cutscene, it just cuts out, you know, that 5 to 10 seconds of the cutscene. And normally what it will do, well, not normally, I say normally, but it's only ever happened one other time. But what it seems like it does is it'll stop recording, and then, you know, 2-3 seconds later, it'll start recording for 2 seconds, and then it'll stop recording again, and then, you know, and then when it comes back up, it actually stays. Now, again, I don't know if that's the result of the 4 gigabyte thing, I would imagine. But I don't think 20 minutes is 4 gigs. These videos are only 480p. So I may or may not reinstall my, like, you know, the actual thing that I use to record this and the driver itself. So I don't know if that's a problem. You know, it's not going to hurt me to try, but, you know, might as well. I'm running out of options here. I was hesitant to record PC games, you know, because my computer was just shutting off, and thankfully I fixed that. But now I'm like getting, you know, I'm gonna be hesitant to just record these because of my capture card just being like, oh, 4 gigabytes, we gotta stop the recording and go to, like, you know, start a new thing. There's that owl again. Again, oh, voice crack. I could actually feel that voice crack come. Like, I could feel it just coming up my throat. My throat. I can't hear anything, by the way. I don't know if the sound glitched or if my volume is, like, this low. Oh, there, wait, is it there? Yeah, okay, it is there. It's at, like, minus 1% or something. I can barely hear it. Barely. I don't even know. Main system. So yeah, this is pretty much the credits. The entire thing that I was just talking over for the last, you know, 2-3 minutes, that was pretty much all credit. Now, I don't know how long this goes. I think this actually goes on for a while, like at least 3 to 5 more minutes. And in that time, I don't know if my capture card's just gonna stop recording and do its thing. But maybe I'll get the heart pieces. To be honest, I really, like, you know, I'm not completely against it. It's just, I completed the game. There's no point for me to get them. I know, like, I never, you know, completely, you know, claimed, and there I go saying, you know, 24/7, but I never claimed to 100%, or actually did I? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I did, I don't know. But the only reason why, or the main reason why I was getting the heart pieces at the beginning is just because I knew where those were, and going into an adult with, like, you know, 9 to 10 heart containers is actually really good, because usually the first few times I would actually play, I would only go in to being an adult with like 5 to 6 heart pieces. Now, I didn't even know about the heart pieces until I was like until I played the 3D version, 3DS version, but I don't know. Now it's just weird, you know. Jin Guji. I can't say these Japanese names. Jack. You mean from The Incredibles, Jack? Is his name Jack? I don't remember. Jack. That sounds whatever. I also look find that I say whatever way too much. Like that's like pretty much everyone's go-to word. Except for me, for some reason I say like or whatever I've been saying. I don't even know what I've been saying. Pink face. This is the only time that you'll be able to see this. There's no like, from what I know, there's not really any post game to this game, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. I like how the Happy Mask Salesman is just like floating. Well, he's not floating, I guess, but he's just upside down. Oops, hit my bench there. A bench? I hit my bench. What am I even talking about? I hit my thing, you know, the desk. How do you get desk and bench confused? Look at the cows and stuff. Like, where are the horses? Like, this is I say like all the time. Who doesn't say like all the time, to be honest? But there's all these horses and like, this is a horse pen. And then Cough comes up and gets me from behind. It's a horse pen or horse stable, whatever you want to call it. Not really a stable, but it's just a place for the horses to just run around, I guess, and do whatever a horse do. And then you don't see any horses. Like, where are the horses? Why do the cows get all the fun and then the horses are like left out? I don't know. Special thanks to Japanese name. I like how those two were the only ones to notice the huge. Ooh, got pressed something because the Wii was like, nope, dude, gonna shut off the console because no one's touching it. But yes, I actually forgot what I was saying. I really did. Kind of feels weird to see Saria there. Like, everyone's like this, like an adult or something, and then Saria's just a little kid who's just there. My throat, why? Chest and throat. I gotta like drink water or something before like these recordings, because for some reason it's just the water. I don't know, something about it. So Link, the realization that he is a boy and will forever be a boy. So this is pretty much the end of the credits. I don't know why it took me so long to find that word, but yeah, I may or may not, probably not though, because like I said, there's really no point to. But if I do ever decide to put up a video, like, you know, just another part to like show off stuff, maybe I should, because I haven't even showed off the bomb chew thing. But I don't know, who cares? I usually just go games, you know, from A to B. I don't put myself that much through the whatever things. Yes, whatever things, you know. the games. I don't really do the side games like the Bomb Chew Bowling Alley and the Slingshot thing. I think I did do the Arrow game, but that's probably it. And now this is pretty much where the game is, you know, being left off, I'm pretty sure. And this video is going to be like 30 minutes. So the awkward cut, it's going to be weird. Hopefully it doesn't happen again within the next 2 minutes, or 2 seconds. But it really shouldn't. And as you can see in the window, there's Bowser. I think that's Bowser anyway. And I think that's Yoshi, maybe? Something. So, The Legend of Zelda R, Ocarina of Time, TM. So, from what I heard, if you actually stay on this screen for a bit, I can't hear it, so I wouldn't know. Like, I can't hear any music. But if you stay on the screen, apparently, it starts playing, like, Saria's song or Zelda's Lullaby or something. I forgot. But, anyway, I guess that's the end of Ocarina of Time, and I don't know if I ever would do Majora's Mask because I first of all I've never beaten the game, and second of all I don't think I've even beaten two temples. I've gone to the Turtle Temple, I think. I've never done Stone Tower or the Turtle Temple. I've seen them done, but I'm stupid and I don't know like how to do stuff. It took me like 5 years to figure out that you could shoot the icicle or whatever to get to the snow area. I actually had to look that up because apparently I didn't think to do that, but that I'm probably not going to do a Zelda game next. I'm probably not even going to do a Nintendo game next, but just, a short thing, maybe like 10, 20 parts at most, I don't know. But that will be determined in the next video. I'm pretty much just rambling at this point, making the video way longer than it should be. So without further ado, guys, see you later and see you in the next video.